Our journey begins in Birmingham, England, in the late 1980s, a city known for its industrial grit and a thriving punk and metal scene. Amid this backdrop, a group of rebellious youths came together, bound by their shared love for music that defied conventions. This was the genesis of Napalm Death. The band's early lineup was as volatile as their music, constantly evolving and reshaping. At its core, however, were guitarist Justin Broadrick and bassist vocalist Lee Dorian. They were the pioneering spirits who breathed life into the band, each bringing their own unique influences and creative energies to the mix. Napalm Death was more than just a band. It was a collective, a brotherhood of musicians united by a singular vision. They were not content to follow in the footsteps of their predecessors. No, they sought to carve their own path, to push the boundaries of what was considered extreme music. The band's early days were marked by a frantic pace of experimentation and creation. They drew from the raw aggression of punk, the high-octane intensity of metal, and a myriad of other influences to forge their unique sound. Their music was an auditory assault, a cacophony of sound that was as chaotic as it was captivating. But it was not just the music that set Napalm Death apart. Their lyrics, too, were a departure from the norm. They were not afraid to tackle social and political issues, to use their music as a platform to voice their discontent with the world around them. In their quest to create something new, something different, Napalm Death were often met with resistance. But they pressed on, fueled by their unwavering conviction and their passion for their craft. They were determined to make their mark on the music scene, to create something that was truly their own. And so, they did. Napalm Death's early years were a whirlwind of creativity and chaos. But it was in this chaos that they found their identity, their voice. It was here that the seeds were sown for what would become one of the most influential albums in the history of extreme music. They were united by a shared desire to create music that was faster, louder, and more brutal than anything that had come before. This was the genesis of chaos, the birth of a new genre. This was the beginning of Napalm Death. Napalm Death's journey to Scum was marked by a series of chaotic events and lineup changes. As they navigated the tumultuous waters of the underground music scene in the late 80s, they found themselves grappling with a unique challenge, defining their sound amidst the chaos. With a revolving door of band members, each bringing their own musical influences and ideas, Napalm Death's sound was in constant flux. This period of turbulence was not without its merits. The band's relentless experimentation, coupled with their fierce determination to break free from musical norms, led them down a path of innovation. Drawing from the raw energy of punk, the blistering speed of thrash metal, and the dissonant noise of the underground, they began to craft something entirely new. The recording process of Scum mirrored the band's chaotic journey. The album was recorded in 2 separate sessions, with 2 completely different lineups. The first half was characterized by a raw, punk-inspired sound, with Justin Broadrick on guitar and vocals. The second half, featuring Lee Dorian on vocals and Bill Steer on guitar, leaned more towards a heavier, metal-influenced sound. Yet amidst the chaos and uncertainty, a common thread emerged, a commitment to extremity. The songs on Scum were unapologetically brutal, with blistering tempos, guttural vocals, and a cacophony of distorted guitars. Each track was a relentless assault on the senses, lasting anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. With a total of 29 songs packed into a single album, Scum was an exercise in sonic brutality. This was the birth of Grindcore, a genre that fused punk's intensity with metal's heaviness. The band's audacious approach to music, their willingness to push boundaries, and their refusal to adhere to conventional song structures, laid the groundwork for a whole new genre. Grindcore, with its extreme tempos, abrasive sound, and confrontational attitude, would go on to inspire countless bands and shape the course of extreme music for decades to come. As Scum was unleashed upon the world, it left an indelible mark on the music scene. This was no ordinary album. It was a cacophonous symphony of chaos and rebellion, a sonic explosion that shattered the traditional confines of extreme music. Napalm Death had created a new genre, grindcore, and in doing so, they had irrevocably altered the course of heavy music. The impact of Scum was immediate and far-reaching. Its raw, unfiltered sound resonated with listeners who were eager for something different, something that pushed the boundaries of what music could be. The album's blistering pace, crushing riffs, and guttural vocals became the blueprint for countless bands in the years to follow. From punk to metal, hardcore to noise, the influence of Scum can be heard across the spectrum of extreme music. But Napalm Death's legacy extends beyond their sonic innovations. Throughout their career, the band has consistently used their platform to address political and social issues. Their lyrics are filled with critiques of war, capitalism, environmental destruction, and social inequality. They've never shied away from controversy, never compromised their message for the sake of commercial success. In a world often plagued by apathy and indifference, Napalm Death has remained a beacon of resistance, a band unafraid to challenge the status quo. And it's not just their lyrics that make a statement. Their commitment to DIY ethics, their relentless touring schedule, their refusal to bow to industry pressures, all of these factors contribute to their enduring influence. They've shown that it's possible to succeed on your own terms, to create art that is uncompromising and unapologetic. Today, over 4 decades after the release of Scum, Napalm Death's impact can still be felt. The album remains a touchstone for fans of extreme music, a testament to the power of creativity and rebellion. And the band's commitment to challenging societal norms and speaking out against injustice continues to inspire a new generation of musicians and activists. In an ever-changing world, one thing remains constant: the legacy of Napalm Death and their seminal album, Scum. Scum was a reflection of the times, and it still holds relevance today. Today, Napalm Death continues to evolve and push boundaries, staying true to their grindcore roots while exploring new sonic territories. These pioneers of grindcore have never been ones to rest on their laurels. They've consistently pushed the envelope, evolving their sound while remaining fiercely true to their original vision. Their recent work is testament to this. Albums like Apex Predator, Easy Meat, and Throes of Joy in the Jaws of Defeatism are brimming with the same raw energy and intensity that defined Scum, yet they also showcase a band that is not afraid to experiment, to evolve, and to keep their sound fresh. And it's not just in the studio where Napalm Death continues to make waves. Their live performances remain as blistering and chaotic as ever, a whirlwind of sound that leaves audiences breathless and begging for more. They've toured extensively, bringing their unique brand of grindcore to stages all around the world, and influencing countless bands along the way. But the enduring power of Napalm Death doesn't just lie in their music. Their lyrical themes, often tackling social and political issues, continue to resonate in today's world. Their words are as relevant now as they were when Scum first hit the shelves. They've used their platform to challenge conventions, to speak out against injustice, and to inspire a generation of musicians to do the same. And then, there is Scum. More than 3 decades after its release, this iconic album continues to resonate with fans old and new. It's not just a piece of music history, it's a symbol of a movement, a testament to the power of pushing boundaries and challenging conventions. It remains a touchstone for those who dare to venture into the world of extreme music. Even today, Napalm Death continues to influence and inspire. Their music, their message, and their relentless drive to push boundaries have left an indelible mark on the world of extreme music. They've proven that music can be challenging, abrasive, and still resonate with a dedicated fan base. Scum remains an essential milestone in their journey, and a testament to the enduring power of extreme music.